Again, Deb, thank you very much for taking time out of your day to talk with us about question 2.
Question 2 eliminates the attainment of a high school diploma being tied to a one-time event, the test score of the MCAS. So the MCAS are not going anywhere. The MCAS will still be given. They will actually function the way they were supposed to all along, as a set of data to be used to make sure that the curriculum is aligned with the Massachusetts state frameworks, as a data point to provide the necessary information around whether or not our schools are well-resourced and well-funded. So the data will be used the way it was intended to, versus what it does now, which is punish individual learners.
Well, Jill, again, thank you very much for taking time out of your day to talk with us.
My main reason for pushing for a no vote is my son and his experience. He would say, and I would say, we're not big fans of the test. However, because of his experience in elementary school, we experienced how students could be passed on grade to grade without learning the skills that they need. And if there is no test objective measure to show where you are in relation to grade level expectations, then it's really easy for me to imagine a student like him. He has dyslexia and ADHD. It's really easy for me to imagine him being passed all the way through, earning a high school diploma, but then ending up without the skills that he needs to be successful in whatever he chooses to do after high school. And I know then it would be up to us to figure out what to do next and to find the supports that he needs so he can get where he wants to go.
Opponents of a yes vote on 2, people who would vote no on 2, might contend that MCAS scores for high schoolers actually is able to predict or project rather long-term successes that students might have down the line, and is a proper reflection of the standards that are set by the state, the things that they're learning in the classroom. And I've got a specific quote here from the Massachusetts Business Alliance for Education. Quote here: "We can't eliminate gaps in achievement and equity if we strip ourselves of the tools to measure them." What would you say in response to some of those contentions for people who might be leaning towards a no on 2?
When we talk about educational equity and opportunity, I think it's really important to lift up that if you have the privilege to send your child to a private or Catholic school, you don't have to take the MCAS, right? And so this is not the measure that it is being reported to be, and that research tells you that a student's GPA, that their performance in rigorous classes, grades 9, 10, 11, and 12, is a stronger indicator. Colleges don't even ask for the MCAS scores, right? We have moved away from a one-time event being the sole metric of success, right? We understand that success is based upon accumulation of indicators and not a one-time event.
People who are stumping for a yes vote on question 2, Jill, would contend that graduation should not hinge on the MCAS exam, while the test would then be used, as it remains in the public school system in Massachusetts, it would be used as a framework to see how schools are resourced in an equitable sort of manner. What would you say to those points from the yes side?
I guess I just disagree about the diploma. I want it, I need it to mean something. I need it to be the indicator that I think it's designed to be, which is to say you've done everything you can do to be prepared for your next step. And I worry that if I don't have that, or if I have that in a sort of practice test kind of diagnostic form, I don't know where I get the information. So for my learner who doesn't learn typically and who may be off, like I can already talk to his awesome teachers, which we do. I can already look at his grades, which we do. So that's one indicator. But if he's doing well in his courses, but he doesn't actually have the skills that are going to be required of him later, we need to know that. And with removing MCAS as the graduation requirement, I don't have anything left. Like I said, I don't love that test, but I don't have anything left as a parent. My son doesn't have anything left as a student to be like, here's where you are, kid. That we expect all, bunch of educators created these standards. We expect all 10th graders to be able to do these things. You're here.
As people are preparing to fill out their ballots and as they get to question 2 on the Massachusetts ballot this year, what's one thing you would want them to remember?
This is a coalition of parents who collected more than 10,000 signatures, of educators across the Commonwealth, of community activists, and more recently, some very prominent elected congresspeople and legislators who have acknowledged with affirmation that our students are more than a one-time score, and the opportunity for these students to get a diploma is on November 5th.
So I think people think that because we're a top education state, that we have a set number of and type of courses for all of our high schoolers. So when you get a Massachusetts diploma, it signifies the same thing. We don't have that. So that disparity is concerning to me as a parent. And I feel like it sends a mixed message. So you're doing everything you're supposed to do to earn your diploma, and then you realize you're not in line with the admissions requirements for our state universities and the UMass system. And I just feel like, I think a lot of people don't understand that that's what we have in place now, and if we don't have MCAS, then that's what we're left with.